All right, welcome back to In the Vet's Office. I am your host, Dr. Josie, and I am so excited for today because I have the best guest here. We have Miss Tarryn Feldman in the Vet's Office.
Dr. Josie.
Tarryn is, first and foremost, my friend,
Yes.
but secondly, she is the celebrity hair and makeup artist in Nashville. She's doing glam for pretty much everyone, but we're talking like Reese Witherspoon, Kelsey Ballerini, Trisha Yearwood. Anyone that is in the A-list, you name it, she's glammed them. She also has her own podcast called The Touch-Up Podcast.
I sure do.
And if you're not listening to this, you should, because I'm pretty sure you could moonlight as a comedian.
You're so nice.
You're so funny. And then last but not least, she is a dog mom, and she's a really good dog mom. And I know that firsthand because I am lucky enough to take care of her animals. Welcome, Tarryn.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. Last time I saw you, we were at a wedding, and you were glamming me.
We were in the Keys.
We were in the Keys.
We were in Florida, in the Keys, partying on the beach.
And now we are in Nashville. It's 20 degrees.
Yeah.
And frigid.
In a concrete building.
In a concrete building.
Shooting.
Yeah. Speaking of the concrete building, for those watching this podcast, this is not cute. This is not our normal studio. We are in the mix of moving. So just bear with us.
We're rebuilding 2025. Watch out.
When we come back in 2025, all bets are off.
You bitches wish. Yeah.
Are not ready
you
for
wish.
this.
You could never. Yeah.
All right. Before we dive into all things,
Yes.
we're going to do our case of the week. This is
Ooh.
where I talk about any kind of case. It can be interesting, funny, that I have seen in the trenches, if you will. And this particular case was not so much medical. I had a man, I cannot remember his name, but he came to his 4:00 on a Friday appointment with his big dog named Thunder. I'm like, this is just going to be a great visit, you know.
Yeah. Big dog's named Thunder.
Big dog named
done.
Thunder. He walks in. You can tell he's like kind of in a bad mood. He like hands me the dog's leash. He sits down. I don't really see because he's got a big coat on, but all of a sudden he pulls out a 12-pack of PBR.
Okay.
Sets them down next to him, pulls a koozie out of his pocket,
Oh, no.
takes a PBR out, pops it open, sticks it in his koozie, and just chugs the whole thing.
Okay. Maybe he's getting divorced.
Right in front of me.
Okay.
I was like, you know what? This profession's amazing because you don't go to your doctor's office and do that. You certainly don't go to your dentist and do that. But your vet, like, why the hell not?
Sure.
All bets are off.
Have a nice little cocktail at your vet's office.
I also have had another time where it was a euthanasia, so a little bit more sad of an appointment. And this wasn't mine specifically. It was a friend's. It was Dr. Isabella, who's on this podcast, for those of you who listen. And she asked the mom, she said, would you like a water or can I get you anything? And she said, oh, no, it's okay. I've had 5 White Claws on my way over. And then jiggled her Stanley like, there's still some in here.
Okay.
And she was like, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
That checks out.
Thank you for sharing.
That's definitely a moment that you need a drink.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So I am just always reminded that this profession, we see the highest of highs in people's lives and the lowest of lows, and that it's a judge-free zone.
Yes.
If you need a PBR on a Friday or a White Claw before euthanasia,
Listen,
you do you, boo.
we don't know. Thunder might be a lot to deal with.
Exactly.
You might need them PBRs.
With a name like Thunder,
Yeah.
you are destined for greatness and probably a couple PBRs.
100%. Yes.
So, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. All right, we are going to dive into our listener Q&As.
Ooh.
Hi, Dr. Josie. My name's Melinda, and I have 2 Chihuahua mixes, but they are both older, like 9 years old or so. And is it too late to crate train them? And if so, how do I do that?
I really like this question because I think it applies to humans too.
Mm.
Whether you're a dog or a human, no matter how old you are, you can learn new tricks.
Oh, it's never too late.
It is never too late.
Okay.
And in fact, I think so often old people and probably old dogs feel like, I think we're like, oh, they're old. Like, we don't need to worry about it. But like, they also want to learn new things. They want boundaries. And so I think it's important that, yes, you can absolutely teach your old dog new tricks or crate training or to sit, to stay, whatever it may be.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
And so crate training is fairly easy. It's a lot of repetition. You want to have your crate out wherever you're most frequent in the house, usually like your living room. Leave the door open so that way your dog feels like it can go in and out as it pleases. Put some treats in there, feed them their food in there, their favorite toy, like make it a place where they're so excited to go. And then slowly with time, they'll become more acclimated to it. And you can leave them in there for short periods of time and then all the way to, at night if you want or when you're leaving the house. But start slow, lots of positive reinforcement. And just because they're old does not mean they can't learn how to do it.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Although I think Lucy, my 16-year-old, she just is what she is.
Lucy would be like,
A
absolutely
queen.
not.
Oh, she'd be like, kindly fuck off.
Yeah, she's like, that's a no for me, dog.
She's like chain smoking at this point. I know, like, she's so funny.
Lucy's amazing. I want to talk. I also feel like she has like a little bit of dementia.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
She is. There's a lot of like, hello?
I walked in this room and I don't know why.
Yeah. Who are you? Where am I? Oh, right. We were about to have lunch. Right.
People always ask me, like, do you think dogs can get dementia? And we don't have any scientific studies on it, but they absolutely have all the signs of it. Like,
Yeah.
there's no doubt about it.
She'll like run away from me sometimes, like, who are you? And I'm like, what do you mean? Who
You're like,
am
I birthed you.
We've been together for 16 years. Like, I birthed you. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And
Girl.
they pace a lot too. Doesn't
Yes.
she kind of wander around the house?
Yes. Her and Layla both, the mad pacing.
It can be, a lot of owners find that to be like exhausting because they are like, I want to help you, but I don't know how.
Yeah,
And you're so disoriented. Like, it can be really taxing.
it is. And I think, what is it with old dogs? Why do they get the slippies and the slideys on the wood floor? Their pads?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's like a number of reasons it's kind of like your grandma who's 100. Your grandma who's 100. That was my Ring doorbell. Sorry, everyone. The UPS man is there.
Package.
Hello. Just like your 100-year-old grandma, she's got to use a walker to get around. Like, they
Yeah.
can have some like neurologic deficits that make it hard to
Yeah.
walk. They're just old and crickety.
Yeah. It's just interesting because, like, both of them, my older dogs, they would like do the splits. Like, I had to start feeding them on rugs
Yeah, they're like
because they would
scampering
like
around.
get the.
A lot of my clients, when I go to do house calls and they have older pets, their house is just wood floors with runners everywhere.
Yeah.
Runners
Correct.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Or you can put booties on them, which is very cute.
Yeah, I tried the little nail caps, but
Mm.
that didn't do anything.
No.
So don't buy those.
They are cute, though.
They're, yeah.
We love a fashion nail.
We love a bright blue nail, but it does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't think the nail grippers do
Mhm.
much. But
No.
the booties, which you can really get any brand, those work pretty
Yeah.
nicely.
That's cute.
Okay, let's jump into question number 2.
Okay.
Hi, Dr. Josie. I'm calling regarding my dog. He is a wired hair terrier. He's a rescue, but I've had him since 7 weeks. He's 3 years old, and recently, it's been a couple months now, but he was sleeping in bed with me, and then now he doesn't. He sleeps in the closet floor. There's been no trauma or any changes, so I was just wondering what could be causing this behavior. Thank you.
Okay, I like this question too because 2 things come to mind for me. One of which is, again, our animals are just like us and their preferences can change as they get older. Like, for example, what you eat. Like, I didn't like carrots 7 years ago and now I
Yeah.
love carrots.
Yeah.
So his preferences might be changing. Also, if the weather is changing and he's hot in the bed, he might want to be cooler in the closet. But there are, with behavioral changes, being a vet, one of the things I think about is they can have like metabolic disease or endocrine disease, these little like thyroid changes going on that we can't see with our naked eye that can cause them to have behavioral changes. So if you're like, hey, this is unusual, I always say better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Take them to your vet, get a blood panel done, just get some peace of mind that everything is nice and normal. And if all of that comes back normal, then it could just be a preference change. They are just like us.
Did she say how long it was going on
She
for?
said a couple months.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
that's long enough
Mhm.
that I would go.
Yeah,
This is weird.
exactly. If it's like once or twice, yeah, no big deal. But if
Yeah.
it's consistent, I think it's worth getting checked out.
Yeah.
Cats too, especially for all my cat listeners.
Interesting.
Dogs, I'm like, nah, they like can change things up a little bit more usually, like more than usual. But cats are like my routine.
Yeah, creatures of habit.
Yes, if
literally.
they're acting off a couple days in a row, I'm like, red flag.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I don't have cats.
I was gonna say, have you ever had cats?
I have. I'm not much of a cat person, but also there was a time where I was like, I think Orville needs a cat friend because interspecies relationships just
Yeah.
see
The
you
cutest
later.
thing ever.
Yeah. But that's interesting. Interesting.
Speaking of that, I just saw a TikTok video of a horse walking around and it was wearing its little winter blanket and a cat was riding around on its back. And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Kills me every time.
bury me now.
Yeah. I don't get it.
It's
What?
amazing.
That's all I want.
I've never put a interspecies relationships. I love that, Tarryn. I
Oh.
never thought about it like that. I mean, I know that's the
Any
word,
kind. A frog and a duck. Like a cat and a rhino. Give it like whatever it is.
but a donkey and a chicken.
A donkey and a chicken, whatever it is, and then make it like a baby. See you later.
Oh,
See you later.
juvenile interspecies
Oh,
relationships.
yeah, like
Bury
rest
me.
in peace. We are here to celebrate Tarryn and Josie. They have died from.
Thank you for
cute
coming to our
TikTok
funeral.
Videos. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah, there is something really special about that because it's just
So
like you're
special.
not expecting it.
Yeah, so cute.
Okay, we have to get you a cat. Let's do it. It's cool, like, it's a good time of year to bunker down and have a little kitten.
I know, but I might just get another dog.
Yeah, well, that's also a great option.
Yeah.
Tell me about Orville. I haven't really spent that much time because he's fairly new.
Yes, he's like a year and a couple months old. He's the best boy in the world.
He's a funny looking boy.
He's a
Like in the best way.
yeah. He's so cute. He doesn't look real.
Like, what is he?
He's a dachshund, beagle, chihuahua mix. He's like 5 things. I forgot what all of them are.
He's
but
a Chewbacca.
Chihuahuan. Yeah.
There's nothing better than a little super mutt to me, where they kind of
yeah,
almost
he's
look like
just
they
a
came from the
lowboy.
forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a fuzzy little low boy. He's so cute. He's such a good boy. He's a little bit of a bad boy, but he's just so sweet.
You've only, of all of your other three dogs I've met, they're all girls. So how is it
Yes.
having a boy dog?
I mean, I'm just like, dude, you're just waving your fuzzy little penis on everything. It's
Mhm.
so annoying.
It is.
But there's like it's such a special bond.
Mm-hmm. It's
Out of
different.
all of my dogs, I think he loves me the most. Like Lucy, I've always been like, she could go home with anybody.
Yeah.
Layla was my ride or die, but she wouldn't like lay on me or like she would like sleep above my head or
Yeah.
like on my legs, but she was never like very affectionate with me.
It's very cat-like.
And yeah, but Twyla, I mean, Twyla just always thought everybody was like mad at her, so she just
She's
was
like a little
kind of,
nervous
like,
girl.
a little standoffish. But he just is my like best friend.
They are.
I tell him
I don't know
all
why
the
you're
time. I'm
laughing.
like,
It's
dude,
the
you're my
facts.
best friend. Like he
You
is my
genuinely are.
best friend.
That's how I feel. I had girl dogs before I had Biggie, who's my little guy. He's actually
Yeah.
a Chihuahua Beagle,
Ugh.
something or another mix.
Hmm.
I know. Maybe we should have them meet.
Oh my god, yes,
And I have never had a love like that.
yeah,
It's like I think little boy dogs just like love their moms.
Yeah.
Kind of like, we probably sound absolutely insane, but
I don't care.
I don't either. But it's like baby boys, like human
Yeah.
boys with their moms. Like I think there's just something to be said about it.
Yeah,
Getting a really good dog, a good girl dog, they are special and they're
Yes.
smart and they're
Yes.
like zeroed in on you. But a
I
boy
know.
dog's just like, do
Yeah.
whatever and I love you.
yeah. I mean, I've definitely had like a very special bond with all of my children.
Of course.
All of my children. And Orville like is obsessed too with AJ. So is Lucy. So
AJ
they
is
just, like,
Tarryn's
sleep all over him.
boyfriend.
Yeah,
Fiance or boyfriend?
boyfriend.
How was it introducing him being young to Lucy and Layla at the time, who are seniors, very well into their senior years?
He was super stoked. They could care less.
Okay.
Like, but I will say this: after I lost Twyla, I didn't hear Layla or Lucy bark for like 4 months, and that was the deciding factor of I'm going to get another dog
Mm-hmm.
to like bring life back into this crew.
Mm-hmm.
And they definitely, because they would, even though they were both pretty much almost deaf, they would hear him bark or move, and then they'd go, "Oh, something's happening," and then they would like get up and be like, "I'm still a dog."
Yeah.
So then I like started hearing chaos again, and so it was nice.
Right.
But he just wanted to play, and Lucy's still like, bro,
Uh-huh. Like back
up.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they like fight all the time.
I think there's something to be said about that where when you have an older dog to show your younger dog the ropes or kind of like put them in their place, I think that's like it's a nice balance actually.
Yeah.
You feel bad. You're like, I'm sorry that I've brought this younger dog into your life, older dog, but it's good for the younger dog to have some boundaries like that from another dog in the house.
Yeah, and I also thought it was good for them too to just keep them on their little toes.
Keeps them young
Their little
as they
tiptoes.
scamper around
I know,
the
as they're
hardwood floors.
slip sliding all
Okay, you talked about Twyla, and you have a tattoo of her.
Oh my God, I have the cutest tattoo.
It's really cute.
It's the cutest.
I'm gonna have to post it so people can see because I do love it.
I'll send you the photo.
She was a
and
pit
then-
bull.
She was like a pit boxer, maybe.
Okay.
Little mutt.
That's how Tarryn and I met.
Yes.
Abby Smyers, who is the husband of Dan Smyers from Dan and Shay,
Yeah.
texted me and said, "Hey, I have a friend who's got some stuff going on with her dog. Can I connect you?" I said, "Sure, no problem." So I get on the phone with Tarryn. Like, there was not just some stuff going on. Like, she was very sick.
Yeah, she had a cancerous tumor in one of her lung lobes. And I had it immediately taken out. Just the whole lobe taken out.
Yeah, we were on the phone and you were like, I think this was before surgery.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, I don't know. And I always tell owners this, there's such a spectrum of care, right? Like some people choose to do nothing at all, which is not wrong. And some people choose to like go the distance. And so we kind of like were weighing the pros and cons of each, and you went the distance.
Yeah. And I remember you saying something to me too that will always stick is you were like, there's two kinds of parents, like pet parents. There's the ones that will like go to the depths of the world to figure it out, or there's the like not that it's not logical to go to the depths of the planet, but like, or there's the, okay, it's time. And I didn't know which parent I was because those were I hadn't lost a dog before.
Right.
Twyla was my first one. So it was an easy decision because she was only 11 and everything was perfect with her except for that.
Yeah.
So it was an easy decision for me to go, okay, let's just get this taken out. But I didn't. And I will say you're a great vet, but I feel like it's really difficult advocating for your sick dog because they were like, well, we can get her in to get a scan in like a month from now. I'm like, a fucking month from now? No, you're getting her in now.
Right.
There's only two people or cancer centers in town that can deal with my dog. In a month, who knows what's going to happen in a month?
Here.
Like the like time span is so much less for dogs than it is animals or people. So I was difficult, but I got her, like, she was in surgery within 2 weeks. That thing was out.
Yeah.
But then I didn't realize the kind of cancer that she had or how cancer lives in dogs is like it's still in the blood kind of. So I thought I would have her a lot longer, but I just didn't. It came back
3
so
months.
fast.
We have 3 months.
Let's see. Her tumor was taken out the end of July and she died the end of September.
Okay.
So not really.
July, August, September, like two months.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say, like, I do think there's a huge portion to having to advocate for your own pet. And honestly, in human medicine too, you have to advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's because it is, at the end of the day, like, you're working with these massive hospital systems and people that don't know your animals like you do. And so I think, I'm sorry you had that experience, but I do understand like having to advocate for your own animals. And I hope that some of the time that you got with her and like doing that surgery, like she would not have had those 2 months if you hadn't done it. So hopefully.
No, I mean,
you got more time.
Either
with her.
way, I got a little bit more time that I really didn't know. I thought they were like, she'll probably last till December, which was around my birthday, which was my 40th birthday. So I was going to go to Bali. I was going to do all this stuff, and I just put everything on hold, which is not a big deal. I could care less. But, and then I just lost her like so much sooner. I was like, oh, yeah.
You're like, damn.
Yeah, I know, but you just don't know. And I would have done it the same way again.
Yeah.
And, like the end of her life was like so peaceful and, so like what a great, like you only hope that you can like have your pet die in your arms. Or I do, at least.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Some people can't handle,
Mhm.
or they think they can't, but they can.
Yeah.
But that's like my hope is that like all my dogs just die in my arms.
Yeah, absolutely. With the person they love the most.
Yeah.
And you're kind of ushering them out of this world
Yeah.
because ultimately they're the most comfortable in your arms.
Right. And so far that's happened with Layla and Twyla.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm so grateful.
So Layla,
Mm-hmm.
gosh, we're going from one sad story to another.
I know. So Twyla died September 24th and then Layla died September 30th.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
1 year.
1 year
Almost.
later.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And then Lucy's probably quick dog hack. Don't get multiple dogs the same age. Just don't do it.
Just stagger.
Why would you do that?
Stagger the ages.
I did. That was so dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, we're having
whatever.
a little bit of a domino effect right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Layla was another one where you called me and you're like, I think it might be time.
Yeah.
And this really resonated with me because we got on the phone. And again, I have two different kinds of owners that are like, maybe not even two different kinds, but I like what you said. You were just like, I need you to come look at this dog and be objective and tell me, is this the right decision or is it not the right decision? And I think we as veterinarians kind of forget that is our job, is to help guide you. And and I don't want the owners to ever have to like feel like they're the judge and jury with their dogs passing, like that's on me. Like I should help you make that decision.
Right.
And so I totally got that. And I hope that if there's any veterinarians listening out there, like we remember that like we should be the ones throwing euthanasia on the table and saying like, it's okay. And like, this is the right decision to be making for this pet.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard. Even myself as a vet, when it's my own dog, I had to have my husband be like, it's time.
Yeah.
You lose when it's your own pet, you lose all objectiveness.
Yeah. And it's weird. I mean, I definitely think Twyla prepped me for Layla, but you think you're like, my life's going to be over. When this dog dies, hell will freeze over. Like I'll die.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something that kicks in. And I think it's just your love for them.
Yes.
That you love them so much that you're just like, I'm not putting you through another ounce.
You can't bear
second
to see them suffer
of like pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's like just ultimately what it was. So like easy, even though it's not an easy decision, but it made it easier. Just
you just
like,
know
she's in pain. And that's it. It's done.
Yeah.
And if you have an old dog, how wonderful is that?
The luckiest.
Layla was 16.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Twyla was 11 or 12. I'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she was like 11 or 12. She may have been 13. And Lucy's 16 and a half.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. She's trucking.
Yeah.
She's doing it.
And I feel like she's got like another 6 months left in her.
I love that. Hopefully longer.
I mean,
It is funny at the end. I feel like we cling on to like, oh, but I don't want to live without them. I don't want, like, I can't bear this pain of losing them. But ultimately, like, just like you said, like, but I love them more than I love myself.
Yeah.
So, and I can't keep them alive just to make me less sad for a few more days.
Well, and with Layla, Twyla she wasn't that old that she was still Twyla. Layla wasn't Layla anymore.
No.
And Layla hadn't been Layla in a really long time. After she died, I was going through like old videos, old photos, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't realize I've just gotten so used to taking care of these geriatric dogs that
You're running
like,
a nursing home.
they're just not even themselves anymore. They're so different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which just gave me a little bit more peace of.
Did you ever feel like there's something called caregiver, like compassion overload? Did you ever feel that where you're like, this is like tough on me? Or you're just like, no, I love them so much that I don't even think about it?
No, the last like year and a half, 2 years have been really hard.
I bet. Yeah.
It's extremely hard taking care of old dogs and then having them die back to back.
Yeah.
And just all I do is worry about them, take care of them, fork out money.
I think there's
It's
a
crazy
ton of listeners that are going to resonate with that because
but what the fuck else? That's what my job is though. And I take it serious, but it gets, all I do is clean up piss and shit or puke or Like somebody's sick. Oh my God. We all had
The flu?
the norovirus together.
Oh boy.
I had it and then they had it.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah. And then a couple of years ago, like 4 years ago, they all decided to do a group suicide mission and ate a bottle of carprofen. The strongest fucking carprofen.
No.
They all shared it. And they stayed in the ER for like 6 days.
That's a group suicide. I'm cackling.
I was like,
they're like,
did
here's the
my
Kool-Aid.
dogs just try to cult group suicide themselves?
You're like,
This
not
is-
on my watch.
I was coming home from the Bahamas and I got a phone call and I was like, they gotta go to emergency.
Yeah.
I can guess who probably ate the most. I know who got the bottle open, but they probably they were the carprofen. That's another hack. Never have the treat carprofen ever.
Great hack.
They
Love
will
that.
eat all of it
They
and
will.
then die.
Yep.
So just shove a pill down their throat. Never
Yeah.
get medicine in a treat form.
Yeah.
This shouldn't even be offered.
Or if you do, keep it up and locked.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have seen that so many times.
Oh, my God. It was terrible. I was so stressed out.
I cannot imagine. So all of them went to the ER.
All of them had it in their system. We just didn't know, like, because they're all different sizes and
Yeah.
I was just like, well, flush them all out. I don't know, like, pump everyone's stomach. Like, I was
Take
like,
them
what
all.
was what's the bill? And then I got dog insurance, so that
Yes.
after
That's
that,
another thing. I need to do a whole episode on insurance for our pets, which I will get to that. But if you can get it, especially before
shit
they have
goes
any
down.
issues wrong with them, I highly
Yeah.
recommend.
I had it for Twyla, and everything was probably 40 grand. I maybe paid 9.
Okay.
So there's that.
There you go. Well,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after she died, they were so awful to deal with. I had to keep calling back and reminding them to take her off the thing, and they wouldn't. And I was like, if I have to tell you this story one more time, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
So, and they tried to like up my premium, like $100 more, even though I only had 2 pets now instead of 3.
Yeah.
So I just canceled it.
You're
But
like,
they
that doesn't
were
really make sense.
great for a minute,
Okay.
MetLife.
At least they covered. We won't be getting sponsored by them.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, hey, it's your experience.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, especially when they're young, because they will do things like eat carprofen and all the
Oh.
random things that dogs do. So,
What
yeah.
a time. What a time.
Oh, hilarious.
God.
Was that Twyla, Lucy, and Layla?
Yeah, they all
Okay.
fucking did it.
Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
they all did it.
Great.
Yep.
Did the 3 of them get along, having the big pity mix with
Oh,
the
yeah.
2 littles?
Well, I mean, Twyla had like small dog syndrome. She literally thought she didn't like, I think it's like a boxer thing. They're just like, always think
Yeah.
somebody's mad at them.
Yeah.
And so she would just try and make herself so small.
Yeah.
But I had Lucy and Layla since they were babies. Like I found Layla at Griffith Park. I got Lucy off Craigslist. Like I've had them since I was 24.
What was it like picking up a dog off Craigslist?
I saw her photo and I was like, that's my dog. And then
Did you feel like you were going to get taken at any point, or was it a seamless
no, that was
transition?
so long ago. It was 20 years ago.
Okay, so it was safe then.
It was safe. I drove to Orange County and got her.
Okay. Just for all the listeners out there, I do not recommend
Oh no, don't do that.
doing it anymore.
No, don't do that. Go
Like
to
20
your
years
local
ago.
Wags and Walks.
Yeah. Yeah, do a rescue at Wags and Walks,
Do a rescue, do your local shelter, do anything else but that.
which is where Orville's from, right?
Orville is from Wags
Wags
and
and
Walks. I saw him and I was like, give me that dude.
Was his name Orville when you adopted him?
No, it was Ciabatta.
You're lying.
And I said, no. I actually tried to take 2.
Did you?
Yeah, I sure did. And they
What
were
was
like,
this one? Sourdough?
yeah, they were the
Bread.
bread litter.
Okay.
They told me that I couldn't because puppies bond and then they won't bond
Yes.
with anybody else.
This is a big thing. Litter mates, we don't
Litter mates.
recommend adopting litter mates. They're either going to be like you said, super bonded and it doesn't end very well for anyone in the home, or they fight. Like they'll get into like vicious fights.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I'm glad you only had Ciabatta.
Yeah.
What a name.
What a time.
Orville's
what a name.
better.
What a bread. What a sandwich.
What And now he's our little popcorn boy.
Yeah, I know. He's just Orville, and he's such an Orville.
He is 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, of all the celebrities that you've glammed, who would you say? I mean, I feel like they're all pretty big animal lovers. Are there any where you're like, ooh, this is a big animal lover?
I mean, Trisha Yearwood's a huge animal lover. She has 3 dogs.
She's a dog rescue. Did she a rescue advocate?
She's just super into rescue.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. That I didn't know this because I'm not from Nashville and I'm like wasn't really in the country music scene, but that is Garth Brooks' wife.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
got it. Big dog lady.
Chenoweth has a dog named Thunder. She's like always has a dog.
Yes, another dog named Thunder.
Another Thunder.
I wonder
Another
if
Thunder.
Kristen drinks PBR at her visits.
She's not a PBR.
Probably
Come on,
not.
Kristen
Maybe some
Chenoweth.
Vouv.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
a little champagne.
Yeah.
Chelsea Handler's always had dogs. She lost 2 dogs. Now she has a guy named Doug. I haven't met him though yet.
She has a dog named Doug. Cute.
Doug. Yeah, he's a fluffy chow.
Amazing.
Yeah, he seems like a cool guy.
Does she live in LA?
She lives in LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I feel like
You
everybody
take care of
just
Kelsey,
has
her
dogs.
dog, Kelsey Ballerini.
Yeah,
her
yeah,
dog's
yeah.
sick. I know she
Yeah,
talks
her
about
sweet
that a
dibs.
lot.
Yeah.
Everyone-
Who else? I mean, my friend Kelly Bannon has 2 pugs. Like they're just everybody's got their little guy.
Yeah. I feel like pretty much all the people we surround ourselves with like animals for the most part.
Yeah. If you don't like animals, I know a couple people
Something ain't
and
right.
they don't like animals, and I'm like, that's probably why you're kind of shitty. Sorry. I mean,
Oh,
sorry.
that's so funny. I mean, hey, she said it.
I will say it. I'll make merch.
Yep.
Merch dropping soon.
You don't like animals? You're shitty.
Yeah, you're kind of shitty. There's something shitty about you.
Yeah.
For sure.
Have you ever or would you ever date a guy that didn't like your dogs?
No.
But you never have.
Yeah, my ex wasn't really as like involved as I would have loved, but
That's why he's an ex.
that's why he's an ex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, it was always on my like bucket list of like marry a guy that will let you have all the animals. And then
100%.
lo and behold, here I am.
Here's AJ.
Here's AJ. And AJ, the older the dog, the better.
Yeah.
The more disabled, the better. Like he just
One
loves-
eye will take it.
Yeah, he just is like, I was like, oh, I kind of want to get another dog. Like, because, Lucy could care less about Orville and she just wants to like sleep in bed next to me and just take naps. And Orville's just like chomping at the bits. Just, I feel like he needs a little guy, like
He
a little
wants to party.
friend.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, let's go to the shelter. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh,
you, dude,
you.
you're my guy.
You should propose.
You should propose.
No,
Oh, he talks
you
about
should
it.
propose.
Oh, me. He tells me all the time he's going to marry me.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
It's a timing thing.
This is a side note, but Tarryn was doing my glam for my podcast cover, and you had
Oh
just
my God, I forgot about that.
started talking to AJ, and you're like, I don't know if he likes me. And then you showed me his messages, and I'm like, Tarryn, I'm pretty sure he likes you.
Yeah.
And now you're together.
Yeah, now we're together. Well,
I love
guys
that.
are dumb.
He's a comedian, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you guys make funny jokes at home? I'd like to be a fly on your walls.
Yeah. He's a funny guy. He's much more like quiet and reserved.
Mhm.
I mean, you've met him.
Yeah. Then when he's on stage.
Yeah, but when he's on stage is like where he thrives and shines, where like I am like Mrs. Personality.
All the
I
time.
am just so loud and outgoing in real life. But if you caught me on stage, I would just like
Freeze up.
freeze up.
You're a good yin to each other's yang.
Yeah, totally.
Do you guys do anything funny with the animals? Like sing to them, tuck them in a certain way? Like anything, like any weird routines?
I mean, we like laugh at Orville a lot because he's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be like, oh my God, babe, look how cute. Oh my God, look how cute. And there's like so many photos.
Do you narrate them? Like, do they have voices?
A little bit. Orville a little bit because
Okay.
he's just such a crackhead.
Yeah.
And Lucy's just like, I can't. Oh my God, let me know when this guy goes to jail. Like she's just.
She's like 100-year-old New Yorker that
Yeah.
chain smokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She just wants to play gin rummy.
Yeah. Maybe a little mahjong.
A little mahjong. Yes.
And Orville's like, let's party.
Yeah. He's like sniffing lines of coke. He's just such a fucking crackhead. I love him so much.
Oh, hilarious.
I know. He's so sweet.
All right. Well, we're gonna thank you. That was amazing. I love all your animals. And you. We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna dive into Paw Order. All right, we are back for our Paw and Order, and usually we play the intro music, but today we have the vocal recordings of Tarryn Feldman. Hit it.
Dun 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 dun. Boom boom. Dun 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 dun. Bow 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 bow. Dun dun dun.
We nailed it.
Nailed it.
You think this is a veterinary podcast? Wrong.
Sure isn't.
We are multi-talented.
Yeah.
All right. So, number 1 on the list this week. I would not feed my dog or cat a raw diet. People, I cannot tell you how many listeners I have had contact me about this. They want to feed them raw meat. And I cannot say this loud enough. You should not do that because your pets, I have seen so many pets get sick from this. There's a lot of bacteria in raw meat. And I've also had owners get sick from feeding raw food.
Ew.
It's
Just
triple
cook
ew.
it. Why can't you just cook it?
Yeah, cook it. Totally.
Give them everything. Gizzards, duck, liver.
Filet.
Just cook it though, dude.
Yeah, you got to cook it. You've got to cook it. Raw meat is really
For
disgusting.
wolves.
Yeah, it's for wolves.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're like my little Chihuahua's ancestors at some point may have eaten a piece of raw meat, but if I was to give him something raw, it would not be cute.
Oh, I'm sure my dogs would get. They're too domestic.
No,
Yeah.
they wouldn't like it.
Mm-mm.
Carprofen only.
We're on a strict drug diet. I mean, they're little drug addicts.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. It's embarrassing.
Hilarious. Okay, number 2, I wouldn't leave my chewing gum unattended. A lot of dogs love
Bastards.
to get into chewing gum. In the words of Tarryn, they might be doing a suicide mission.
Oh, is gum really? I mean, I would think so, but uh-oh.
Gum has xylitol in it, which is an artificial sweetener, and it makes their blood pressure drop like
Oh, no.
very dangerously.
Oh my
They have to be
God.
hospitalized. It's
Holy
a whole
shit.
thing. Yes.
Guys,
I know.
watch your gum.
Hide your gum.
Watch your cigs, watch your drugs, watch your gum, watch your prescription drugs.
all the things.
Get it together.
Get it
What
together.
are you doing?
The gum.
What are you doing?
The gum. The chewing gum. I don't know why. This is no science. This is just my experience. Golden retrievers love chewing gum. It's almost always a golden retriever
Rather.
for me.
That's so funny.
Isn't that funny?
Those little shits.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do right now?
They want fresh breath.
They want fresh breath. Just give them a little puppy mint.
Yeah.
I have puppy mints.
Yeah, exactly.
But grow up, be an adult, and get a drug drawer like everybody else. God, lock it up.
Lock it up.
Jesus.
All right, number 3. We're really sticking on the drug theme here because
I would never give my dogs cocaine.
Yeah. That's number 4 for today. Number 3, I would not smoke in front of my pets. I am
Weed or ciggies?
anything
Or
really
vape?
cigarettes.
Okay.
Mainly cigarettes. Vape I
Okay.
think is fine. It's
Oh my God,
mainly
secondhand smoke.
yes. I have seen it. I am an animal doctor. I do not care if you smoke cigs, like you do, you boo. But animals, I have had dogs and cats develop asthma.
Oh my God.
Yeah, secondhand
People,
smoke. Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. This is like really turning into us lecturing the listeners. People.
Well, at some point, just grow up.
Yeah. So if you're going to smoke outside
Yeah.
and don't smoke. I have seen there's also videos going around of people smoking weed and then blowing it in their pets' faces.
I want to kill all those people.
trying to get them high. Yeah, that's not, I do not like that.
Yeah.
I don't think my listeners are doing that, but you know, if you see people, tell them not to.
I can't. Oh my God. People are so like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Dogs don't understand. They would probably be so scared to be that high.
Yeah, exactly. And
It's not funny.
No, it's
Ugh,
not funny.
I wish we could take animals away from people like that.
It's not funny. It's not cute.
No. Ooh,
I
I get
agree.
riled up.
I know we're
Ooh, child,
sweating now.
I know. I get riled up. I want to beat people. I want to evaporate them.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you're not scared now after listening to this, you should be, because Tarryn will find you.
Oh, I'll find you.
Yes, they're innocent little creatures. I mean, if they don't get to make the decision, it's our job to protect them and
Yeah.
advocate for them. So, at the end of the day, that's what we have to do.
People are dumb.
Tarryn, this has
Yeah.
been the best time
And
of
on that note,
my life. I have laughed. I have sweated. I might have peed a little bit.
Yeah.
I've had so much fun. Thank you for coming on.
Yay! Thanks for having me, Dr. Josie.
You're so welcome. And if you guys don't follow Tarryn, you should. Is it at Tarryn Feldman?
At Tarryn Feldman. And then please go to my silly little podcast.
You are guaranteed to laugh.
Oh, yeah. It's fun. It's a beauty podcast, but we talk about all kinds of stuff. And it's a giggly good time.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And then as always, you can find me at Dr. Josie Vet on Instagram. Send me your questions. Click the link in my bio to record any questions that you want to come on the podcast. And then last but not least, rate, review, subscribe. Give us 5 stars. Do you say that on your podcast? Rate, review, subscribe?
Oh, no, I don't.
I never remember. And they're always like, say these 3 things.
You know what? Now I'm going to.
You have to.
Go subscribe to our YouTube.
Go subscribe and rate and review. And if it's not 5 stars, don't give us any at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next week, guys.
Bye. Tell your dog I said hi.